Will it be as many fish as I would like to? No, we were talking about 10,000 pounds, what we were talking about.
Now, is this catfish or is this
Oh,
bass?
Catfish.
Catfish?
And on that topic, what would it cost, say we ran a fundraiser, what would it cost to, say, buy 50,000 flatheads of trophy size?
50,000?
Whoa.
Man, you think big, don't you?
Go big or go home.
I think 10,000 pounds would be adequate. 10-pound fish, that'd be 1,000 fish. We were talking about paying $2 a pound delivered. That's what, I talked to a commercial fisherman already that's working the Mississippi River, and we were talking about, I think it was $2 a pound delivered. So 10,000 pounds would cost us $20,000.
The answer.
Oh, okay.
You gonna ask a question? I was gonna ask.
What about the wildlife fund? You know, using that, I seen we just purchased more, $790,000 to buy some more property down south and took on 5 more game biologists and stuff like that. Do you think there's a chance the state might come through with a little emergency money to do that?
There are no simple answers, but the answer is yes. The money that pays salaries, we didn't hire 5 new wildlife biologists that I'm aware of.
Yeah, they did, 5 of them, but they're all in the southern counties. They just did it this week. I pay attention. You're busy, you've been busy, I know that. I pay attention.
As far as I know, we haven't hired a field biologist in this state
Actually,
since
they're farm
2002.
They're farm biologists, 5 of them, and they bought that $790,000 piece of property, I believe, by Emic.
And property purchase is done with another complete dedicated fund for property purchase.
They just said that they used the wildlife fund.
So because, and I'm not going to defend any budgets. That's not. I'd go to sleep myself trying to figure that out. I don't know. That's not me. But the answer is yes. It's been discussed whether we could get those monies to do that. And then if we do recover from the kill, we'll be able to build that money back. Yeah, I'm hoping we're going to do that, but I can't promise you that because that decision hasn't been made.
So
All I can tell you is what I'm trying to do.
yeah, and I appreciate it, but we can get a hold of a bank here, we can start an account, and we can start doing fundraisers, and we can set aside money, and that way we can help you go to them and say, these people they have a fund set up, they're starting to do this, then you can go to them with that, and that can possibly help you get the fish back in here that we need, that we want.
We're all on the same page. We're all trying.
That's all I wanted to know.
Yep, we're all trying.
So if we generate $30,000 in fundraisers, how do we get that fish, and who decides where those fish go?
I do. God. No, I would work with you. But I would assume that, and you're not going to like this, I know, and I'm sorry, but I would assume that we would focus on the area between the dams because that area is where the fish just can't move in there. They can't bypass those dams. The fish at Oregon are able to move down and begin to repopulate the area around the park up here.
You're right. I don't like it.
Me neither. I don't. And if he's paying the freight, we'll work with him. If I'm paying the freight, I have to focus. I can make you feel good. I can say that I stocked a few fish in there, but I'm not going to put as many fish in there as you want to because I have to put the fish where I know they can't get to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
We got to maximize.
You say the kill started at Castle Rock.
No, I said the kill started a couple of miles above Grand Tour.
Okay.
And what I saw was fish had blasted up into the shoreline trying to escape the toxicity and had grounded themselves up on the bank, jumping out, trying to get away from it. So the first wave was fish that had gotten clear up on the bank And then very quickly, by the time you got down to that area above the, right above the Route 2 bridge, the flooded area on the northeast side of that bridge, it was a cascade of bodies up in there,
Now,
Yeah, that's probably the little house that's on that hill.
above the
Above
donut.
that, above the dam, below the rest area, Green Tour.
Right. That was a,
Right.
Yeah,
Do you know,
that's-
did anybody test standing water in that slough, in that wetland?
I would say no.
I'd put a request in, I'd call and ask that water be tested there.
I begged for water to be tested.
Yeah, yeah,
Why didn't
Did
anybody
anybody
test it?
take a sample?
yeah.
I mean, even though it wasn't.
No, I thought about it, but I didn't, yeah. Cause that what I thought would have given you the true flaw or the toxicity, because that was standing water, that was trapped water with toxins in it or whatever, and it commingled with any other river water. Because everything else was flowing, and
Everything
the
was
surge
coming
was
up.
what, 10 miles an hour?
Everything was coming up so fast
Yeah.
though too.
Yeah.
There was a lot of,
Yeah.
do we really want Asian carp throughout the Rock River Basin? I've collected, I have followed every single report of Asian carp that has come to the Rock River. And I've got 2 positives, both at the Fordham Dam, both caught by Hmong snaggers. And there's a cultural thing that happens. Some populations of people believe that if you're gonna eat a fish, you buy 2 and release 1. And there's been some contamination in the Madison area, and I think those fish probably moved down. I mean, who knows? But I have not been able to document any other movement of Asian carp. I have expected a couple of times the steel dam has had low enough head that I expected movement through it. And I wouldn't be surprised if there are a few Asian carps between the steel dam and P-Town or Sterling, but I haven't been able to document one yet.
Good point, Dan.
Do you have a business card?
I may have.
I need someone to yell at sometimes.
And
Thank you.
my phone number at Sterling is 815-625-2968. I'm on the road a lot. I've got 1/3 of the state, and I've got 6.5 jobs as of now with all the vacancies. But I work for you. I work for every one of you. And I will take your calls.
you earned your money tonight.
I try to always earn my money.
On that note,
Let's give Dan a big hand here.
all right, well,